Hello, y'all. This is Jawan Deshaun Robinson. I had to find a different way to communicate with you humans. Seems that the truth do hurt a lot of people. They don't want y'all to hear the truth. Um, uh, they don't say what they say. I don't. We don't want your opinion to be um, spreaded to the people that's closed minded. We don't want you opening their eyes to things that they had hid from you because they thought they were smarter than the human race. Well, what I'm talking about is Detroit Isaiah Thomas. Um, Isaiah Thomas did a great thing. He, like Magic, he only played for one team, like Bird. Only played for one team. They stuck. Not saying that it's something wrong with it, but the fact that he just played for one team speaks volume from Isaiah. Now Magic, I'm not gonna really say that Magic could have went and played a lot of different plays because he had a huge market for his um, business aspects and in life. Isaiah um, was basketball. You know, he dedicated himself to basketball. He gave it 110%, and he showed that with us here in Detroit. You know, when he came to Detroit, he showed us how to go from being one of the worst teams in the NBA or in sports and what it takes to become the best. Literally, he took a team that was one of the worst sports teams ever and took them and made them the best. And by me growing up a part of that environment, I have to speak up for Isaiah Thomas because of what he have instilled in me to be a champion. One of the reasons that I'm a champion is because of Isaiah Thomas. Is because I watched him go from all the struggles and battles and stuff. He went through things that I don't have to go through because he went through them, and because he went through them, I didn't have to go through them. I basically just walked a cakewalk to the championships. I must say. However, my life hasn't been a cakewalk, but walking to championship ball clubs was pretty much a cakewalk. And all I had to do was basically the script in which Isaiah taught me, which was to be loyal, play hard, dedicate yourself, and work extra hard, and dedicate yourself, and work extra hard, and dedicate yourself, and work extra hard. Passionate in what your craft is, and work extra hard, and you're gonna find that God gonna provide you with the rest of everything that you need just by you working hard and being dedicated. And a good person, I must say, is foremost more important than any of all that stuff is to be a good person because a lot of stuff that happens to you on basketball courts and games is because you're a good person. That's because you're unselfish, kind hearted. Your personality gonna present itself, and that's one of the reasons why I had to step up for Isaiah because to be um, such a good person they really single him out to ridicule him in a lot of different ways. Y'all gotta understand. I know a lot of you Caucasian people see this offensive. Yeah, I know the religion Isaiah, his name Isaiah, all that. I know. Trust me, I know it's more than what you are prepared to explain when it comes to the biblical understanding of who Isaiah Thomas is, or Isaiah Lord Thomas, and the that being partly the reasons why you don't have the respect and like and love for him, which is understandable. I understand, and there's a lot of other people to understand. That's just something that you're not gonna like about. But the other things about you can appreciate, which is the winning spirit and the tenaciousness that he displayed out there to be great. But one other negative that you may not like all the aggression, that he presented when he had to stand up and fight for what he believed in to people who were bigger than him. And I know a lot of you may be jealous because you never had the courage to ever stand up to somebody that was bigger than you and fight for what you stand for, which Isaiah Thomas did. And one of the things that I did today, I was watching the 1993 NBA All-Star game, okay? And the reason why I didn't really pay no attention to that year is because that's the year I went to college. In my freshman year in college, I didn't really pay attention to the All-Star game. I was too busy focusing on my basketball stuff, so I didn't really pay attention to that. But I really paid attention today. It's 2023, and I just watched. I was so disappointed in the racist behavior and the dislike that y'all had for Isaiah Thomas in 1993. And I suppose it's because of the dream team that y'all kind of like didn't put him on the dream team, right? So check this out. During the game, you put Mark Price in the game, Pat Riley. I'm not going to say Pat Riley is prejudiced. Who knows? I don't know. I have no clue if that man prejudiced or not. I don't know what he feel or understand. I don't know either way. But one thing is for certain, that the move that he made was prejudice by having Mark Price in the end of the game. I don't know who all was involved. I don't know if Michael Jordan was involved. And I feel like Michael was pulling up on some of the shots, line drive shots. I don't believe that he was shooting Michael Jordan shots. He was making great moves, but he wasn't shooting the ball like he usually shoot it with arching. He was shooting line drives. Great moves. Some of the most wonderful moves I've ever seen Mike pull on people, but he was pulling up and he was shooting line drives, and the ball was hitting the front of the rim at the last of the game. So that kind of threw up a flag suspicions. I was like, well, is Mike a part of this too? And when I started thinking like that, I don't want to think Mike would do something like that. But when I started thinking about it, I started thinking about why won't they like to see Isaiah Thomas win another NBA All-Star game? Then I start thinking about it. Oh, that's another accolade that goes up under his name. And it makes white people feel bad when they wrong about things. Like, for instance, if you rewind the clips in the time in the past in which Isaiah Thomas was being mistreated by not being selected to the Dream Team, white people get they feeling all gooky inside because they feel emotional because they know they did something real fucked up. So instead of feeling fucked up, all inside gooky, all emotional, humanly, they choose to do something even more fucked up. Sometimes you catch white people doing that because they don't want to feel humanly fucked up, morally all inside, so they do something fucked up because they really want to laugh about it so they can switch it so they don't have to feel all emotional inside. So they wanted Isaiah to lose that game. That's the point of the feeling. They didn't want Isaiah to feel that. They didn't want Isaiah to feel. They didn't want Isaiah to win that game because they didn't want to feel all funny because everybody would have been looking like, damn, y'all didn't put him on the All-Star team. And on the Dream Team, I'm sorry. You put him on the All-Star team, but he won another All-Star game, and y'all didn't put him. So they had Isaiah Thomas and Mark Price at the end of in the game at the end. And they actually had Mark Price in the game with like 3-4 minutes to go on the clock, and they was down 2, and they had Isaiah on the bench. Pat Riley. I hate to cuss your ass out, but that was fucked up. That was fucked up. He had Isaiah Thomas sitting on the bench. He had Mark Price in the game, and they was down. They had Isaiah, had Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Patrick Ewing, Brad Daugherty. That's probably why Brad Daugherty, I always wonder why Brad Daugherty don't fuck with the NBA. Now I understand. I said that. He don't want to deal with none of y'all prejudice, bullshit. And look at this. He fuck with NASCAR. You know what? You know why? Because he respect a man being prejudiced and standing up for who the fuck he is. He a prejudiced piece of shit. And that's what he gonna stand on. You can respect the man like that, but you can't respect the motherfucker like Pat Riley that'll sit there and smile in your face and act like I'm cool with all the blacks and doing all this. And then, as soon as a white person asks him to do something, then he'll fuck over the black people. Now you can't respect that. Now I understand why Brad Daugherty don't want to have shit to do with that. Because don't y'all know Brad Daugherty was on that team. Brad Daugherty played on that team. That's a championship for him. That goes under his name. Under his Wikipedia, you see 4-time, 3-time All-Star, 2-time, 3-time winner, All-Star winner. Y'all took that shit from Isaiah, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Y'all took that shit, but you know what? Y'all don't give a fuck about that. Y'all don't give a fuck about what they had, their accolades. Y'all don't give a shit about that. But we do. Y'all don't. Y'all think y'all just took some away because it was a moral decision based on how you was being viewed. That's what you perceive it as, white man. But that's not how we see it. We already know the truth. Because on the paper, we already know. We already knew. But Mark Price in the game, and I'm sitting there cussing up a storm. This is some bullshit. The Mark Price already know too. He like, damn, y'all ain't came and got me out the game. And then when it went, the clock finally, after the second free throw, after the first free throw, the horn blew because everybody looking like y'all is fucking sick. Y'all gonna sit there and keep Mark Price in the game. Isaiah Thomas got 2 championship rings. Mark Price ain't got not one fucking championship. Isaiah Thomas got how many? 3 Eastern Conference championship. Mark Price don't have one. He don't have not one fucking ring. There's no reason why Mark Price supposed to be in the game at 5'10", 5'11". He can't check nobody on the fucking court. He's a liability. And then you got Joe Dumars sitting on the bench with 5 fucking championship rings. And you got little ass Mark Price on the court in which Joe Dumars like not only Mark Price up, Ron Harper and everybody else that Cleveland Cavaliers had that come and play against Joe Dumars instead. And you know Joe Dumars quiet, don't say shit. So you know sometimes people don't say shit. You know they get ran over. So Joe ain't saying shit. So they let Mark Price in, and then it went in overtime. Some shit that Michael Jordan pulled out. I know y'all want to say, well, Mark Price hit the 3. Yeah, they ran a play for Mark Price in out of a timeout for him to sit there and shoot a wide open jump shot off a play. And he hit the 3, and Pat Riley over there jumping on the bench like he did something fucking great, which you didn't already blew the fucking game. You didn't blew the money. Because listen, everybody get a bonus. When you win the All-Star game, you get paid. So this is why they blocked my motherfucking Facebook if something went wrong. I ain't never seen this shit. It's just like something went wrong. Because they knew after this game I was going to get on Facebook Live and speak on how I feel about the shit. They know I'm a brilliant ass fucking coach. Brilliant. I'm not bullshit. I ain't trying to blow my horn. You know what? Fuck it. I can do that. I'm brilliant as a player and a coach. Brilliant in basketball. So I critique it, so they already know that shit. So they blocked my Facebook. I ain't even saying nothing. I just wrote something over the game. I just posted the game that's on YouTube on my Facebook and said and spoke how fucked up that was and what they did to Isaiah and Joe Dumars was racist and fucked up. And I don't see how the fuck y'all can look at yourselves, not in the mirror. I don't even see how the fuck y'all can even look at each other. I don't. And Shaq, motherfucker sitting over there on the bench, ain't saying shit. Shaq look like he quiet. I'm like, what the fuck he so quiet for? Shaq know too. Shaq sitting over there, he should have flipped the whole goddamn bench over. He should have flipped the whole Shaq. You should have. He probably was thinking this shit, and you should have flipped over fucking chairs and let the motherfuckers know how you feel. How you feel, so the rest of us can understand and understand the truth. You know, Isaiah Thomas, he got too much class to say anything. Joe Dumars got too much class to say anything. I ain't got that much motherfucking class. Not to sit there and let a motherfucker molest me. I ain't that motherfucking private. I ain't got that much class to let a motherfucker molest me, because that's what they did to Isaiah and Joe Dumars. They molested them. The NBA molested them. And the commissioner sitting up, I think I seen the commissioner sitting up there in the fucking, him and his entourage sitting up in there. That was some bullshit. 1993. And that's because they fucked Isaiah over from being a part of the All-Star. I mean, the Dream Team. That's what the fuck they really upset about, because they didn't let him on the Dream Team, which he should have been on the Dream Team. And it was over some white point guard. And y'all know I'm kind of emotional about the shit anyway, because how y'all played me in Washburn University about having white point guard. I cannot believe you white people is that fucking petty. Do you know that you stop your blessings and you stop good things from happening when you point shave? I know you don't see it as point shaving, but that's point shaving. When you get a white point guard and put him on the court just because he white and he can't fuck with Isaiah Thomas. See, you won't do it with Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan do so much shit that's amazing that you can't fucking copy, so you can't fuck with it. But it was a time when you was at Michael Jordan ass too. When he first came and started kicking in Boston ass, y'all was on Michael Jordan. Y'all white people was against Michael Jordan. Don't sit there now and you hunky start acting like y'all all cool with Michael. Now, everybody, we want to be like Mike now because y'all understood if you can't beat them, join them. But, you know, from us niggas like Isaiah Thomas, us little short niggas that had to work 2 times as hard, y'all don't give us no motherfucking love. Y'all just throw some little white dude in front of us and think everything gonna be right. But guess what happened? Y'all don't never fucking win, do y'all? Y'all have never replaced any of us black point guards and put a white boy at the position and you motherfuckers won. Good night, bitches.